Basically, view is a virtual table. View is a virtual table, and this virtual table will actually get the data into. I mean, like the virtual table will be storing the data in virtual table, and the reason for this is there are many reasons for this. For example, if you have to join data from multiple tables, then we'll go for a view, a database view. We'll go for database view. And this database view will be a combination of multiple tables, and these combination of multiple tables should have at least one common field. If we don't have a common field in SAP ABAP, we cannot join them. Okay, so by default it will adopt inner join concept. So there will be different types of joins. So some might be knowing about different types of joins, some might not be knowing. No worries, I'll be explaining about the different types of joins when that when that is required. As of now, you just understand that this is something that we have. Join will happen only when we have a common field, and we can join any number of tables. So we have to get it for the common field. Fine. Now here we have this DB database view, and we are going to create a database view with for sales data. So sales data, we have a VBAK table. VBAK is sales order header data, and VBAP table, sales order item data, sales order item data. So we have sales order header data and sales order item data, and one more is the Mara table. Mara is material data. So as we discussed, we need to have a common field. So the common field between the VBAK and VBAP is VBLN, and the common field between the VBAP and Mara is MATNR. So these are the common fields that we have. Okay, so VBAK, VBAP and Mara. So the common field is VBLN here. The common field here is MATNR. Now um, we will be first considering two tables. Let's consider two tables, VBAK and VBAP, and let's make a view with this. And as I told you, view will not store the data. It will just pass the data through it. It will just pass the data through it. That's it. Okay. So let's create it now, and let's go ahead and see these tables first. Let's first go and explore these tables VBAK, VBAP. So I'm opening this SAP server, and then we'll first check out the VBAK and VBAP tables. SC11. So VBAK. So we have this as VBAK and VBAP. So VBAK, we have sales document header data. So in this, we'll consider a couple of fields. As you see, VBLN is the primary field here, and we'll go for the next table, VBAP. So in the VBAP, again, we'll have a couple of fields, POSNR, MATNR, METW, and all those things. So VBAK and VBAP. So these are the things that we have. Fine. Let's go ahead and create a structure now, create a view now. So we'll go to the view and we'll create something like Z dx underscore sales. Now we are selecting the database view. As we have discussed in the theory part, we have four types of views: database view, projection view, maintenance view, and help view. We are going to discuss more about the projection view, how it works, maintenance view, help view in the coming topic. But right now we are going ahead with the database view. We are proceeding for that now, and we'll go ahead with the sales data. Sales data. Now here we have VBAK and VBAP. Here the table name is VBAK, field name is VBLN, VBAP, VBLN. After this we have, yeah, that's it. This is the common field between the two tables, VBAK, VBLN, VBAP, VBLN. And the table names have to be mentioned here, VBAK, VBAP, view fields. And in the view fields, we'll just select the table fields now. And in VBAK, we are selecting couple of fields, VBLN, ERDAT, ERNAM, ANGDT, and VBTYP. So a couple of fields we have taken from here. Then a few more remaining fields as VBAP. We have POSNR, MATNR, MATWA. So these are the fields that we have from this one. So we just need to syntax check. So let's save it in a package. Okay, so once it's been done, we just need to activate this. So this is the one we have. So once it's been done, we'll be able to see this. So these are the fields that we have here. So not even a single record was created at the view level. It has just been extracted and just been sourced from the database tables. So we have this VBLN and these are the fields that we have here. So this is as good as a table. From the programming point of view, this is as good as a table. So let's write a logic on this particular table. So for that, we'll be going ahead with the program. Let's write a program on this. So we created a view, that's a database view, and then we are creating a program on that particular view. Set dx underscore. Okay, so here we'll go ahead with data. Now we don't have to mention the structure. I'll tell you how. Is it it underscore sale type standard table of that view is there, na? That view will consider as a structure. I mean, like in the place of structure, we can create a view. So comma wa underscore sale type the same structure. Now select options. What does the select option do? Select option uh, gives us a particular selection screen in which we will be able to enter some values. VBLN for VBAK hyphen VBN. Since we are writing here VBAK hyphen, so here we are writing the mentioned tables VBAK. Now select options, we have to go for S underscore VBL, VBAK hyphen VBL. So if we just activate this and see, so here we have this. So we can just execute, but we can't execute right now because we have not yet written the source code, right? Okay, so this is the one we have. Select options, we are writing the select options, and after this we'll be writing select star from that table and that view name into table it underscore sel. Now we are writing the where condition, where vbln in s underscore vbln. Let's understand this. Now what are we telling to the system is only for the range that you give in the select options, for that only you bring the data from the table. That's what we are telling to the system. So will be giving some range here, only for that range we'll be getting the output. That's what we're telling to the system. So we'll write the loop statement here. Loop at it underscore sale into w underscore sale and loop. You write w underscore sale hyphen vbln erdat ernam, and now I'll look at the other fields. ernam I have not taken here, so I need to take this and gdt and all. So these all fields. Okay, so these are the fields that we have. So let me give some 1,000 to 9,000. Execute. So we have these records. So these are the records that we have. These are the values. We are getting it from the at the table view, the programmatical view. Okay, so we'll go ahead with this one. We'll go ahead with this end loop. Okay, now these are the fields that we have. Let us go ahead and create a transaction code for this, because see, when you open a website in the online, you're not going to see the code, you're not going to open the code, we're just going to directly browse the screen. So for end users, this screen should be available, wherein they can give some input and get the report. That's it. So they should not be allowed to see all the code. So for that, what we do is we go to an AC93 transaction and then create a transaction code for this. So we create a transaction code here, and that transaction code will be creating something like zdx1 and create decode, and we'll go for, instead of this, program and selection screen, because later we'll be giving this program and dyne pro later, but we are going to give the program and selection screen, and we are just saying okay. And now we have to give the program name here. The program name that we have created is what we need to copy it and paste it here. So we'll go to AC38. Okay, so this is the program name, zdxc, zdx underscore sales data. So we have to go ahead with that, and we'll be creating that now here. So we'll just save it. And now ZDX1 is the transaction we have to log in. ZDX1. So in ZDX1, when end users, if when you give end users this transaction code ZDX1, they'll simply open that, and in there they'll give some input here for this VBLN, and they'll get the output. That's it, simple. So we'll get this data here. Fine. So this is what we are having it here now. Okay, so for any program, any report, we'll be creating a transaction code, and that transaction code will be given to the end user so that they'll access it from there. So it's always a practice like that. So I'm telling this because in general, if you don't have this transaction possibility, we can directly go and check from the view level, right? So we don't have to create a program also. We can simply open the view, and we can just check the data here. But that's not the purpose here. We want to restrict the end users to only a certain amount of data. So this is what we have, and we can also write some validations. Write some validations means like, for example, let's say if there is a date here, okay, and date you want it to be something like only those which are recent ones should be displayed. We can write the condition in the program created on. In 2020, we don't have any records. I'll go for 2018. Not sure if we have the data for that one as well, but we'll see. 321 records are there. So 321 records in the sense. Okay. So this is what we now what we have is like, let's say if now you have to write the logic here. So we have to write the logic in the sense like past 2 years data only it should be displayed, not more than that. Okay, past 2 years data only should be displayed. So in that way, what we can do is we can write some date. Okay, date. So I'll write this as data, date, type, SY datum, date type SY datum, and you can say date equal to SY datum minus 2. So we can write the concatenate. So what we'll do is like SY datum minus 2, in the sense it will take only 2 days. So actually I want to write the state here. Let's select condition we want to write here. Let's see. I just want to check if what is the value here. Yeah, it is taking 2 days back. Okay, I just want to get the past 2 years data. For that, we'll write something like a variable called here type. Okay, 2020 minus 2. Okay, we'll write minus 2. You can split it. What we can do is month is equals to month and date is there now. So we have to write something like concatenate year. Okay, before this we'll write translate SY data. Translate will have this option so that like so what we want to do is we want to create a date of past 2 years, exactly 2 years back date, so that like it will be greater than that. So just let me see if that date is perfectly fine. Um, so what we want is, we want this as, okay, execute. So SY datum, as we know, SY datum is today's date. Today's date will come, and of 4 is like this 2020 and -2. So here would be 2018 because 2 years less than that. Then we have to concatenate this one into date. So this, yeah, 2018 06/22. So this is what we want now. So we want to get all the records which are above this one. So here we'll be writing here, we'll hard code the values, and SY datum, SY datum is greater than year. So this is what we are writing here. SY datum is greater than year, not SY datum. That field is there, right? So there is a field for this. What is the field that we have in that structure? Just let me check that. The field is ERDAT, I guess. Let us check our view. In the view, this is ERDAT. Yes. So we are going to write here ERDAT greater than year. So we'll get only those records whose value is greater than 2018. Now the end users cannot change this logic. See, if you want the end users or the business users to see only past 2 years data, you can do that. And how do you do that? By just writing this logic in this particular program, so that like only those records which are having a date, the ERDT, the created date bigger than the 2 years old data, 2 years from past 2 years data only we are able to see. Okay, so with this we are able to log in and check only that data. So let's go from the end user's perspective now. So end user, how they will log in? The end user will be logging like this, something like this.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah, once again I'll take the questions later. So we have this 1000, and let's say we have some 9000, 90,000. Execute, and here we have execute. So you'll get this data. So this is how end user sees that. Actually I need to remove this uh, breakpoint. I just need to remove this breakpoint. Let me remove the breakpoint here. That's it. Done. Okay, let's go ahead and understand the date logic once again. So how did we write the date logic is, as we all know, SY datum is a system field which will store the today's date. It will always store the today's date. So whatever it might be the date. So what we want to do, the logic that we want to write in this program is only the 2 years old data. No matter on which day we are executing this report, 2 years old data should be visible, not more than that. So we want to restrict that report in that way. Then what we are doing is we are calculating year first. So year, however we writing is SY datum of 4, means first four values, whatever first four values are there, because SY datum has a length of 8, but first four values what are there, that will be stored in year. Okay, that will be stored in that will be taken first. So that is 2000, and -2 means 2018. So 2020 is what we have it in the year. So 2018 will be stored in year. Now what are we doing? We are concatenating 2018 with the SY datum. What is SY datum? We have plus of 4, means we are leaving first 4 letters, first 4 values, and then we are taking the next four values. Okay, so next 4 characters is what we are taking. So let's put a breakpoint and once again check that. And here let's see this now. What is SY datum value? SY datum is 2020. 2020 06 022. That happens to be the year, month, and the date. YYYYMMDD. Now in this, we are taking the first 4 characters. So first 4 characters would be 2020. We are taking it, and what we are doing 2020 minus 2 means the year will become 2018 now. Now if you see year will become 2018. Year is 0 now. Once we execute this step, year will become 2018. Now we are saying concatenate. So let me write this date. Date is having no value now. So what we are telling to the system is concatenate year. Year means concatenate means what? Join. So year means this first 2020, and we are saying concatenate 2020. That's no 2018, that year, with uh, plus 4 of 4 means what? We are leaving first four characters and then catching the next 4 characters. So what will be plus 4 of 4? Data sy hyphen datum plus 4 of 4. So this will be 0622, month and date. Okay, so month and date are something which we are entering here. So month and date are coming here. Fine. So here we have so if you see here, plus 4 of 4 is 0622, means last 4 characters is what we are getting. Okay, is this concept clear now? Now once this executes, date, if you see the date is coming as 2018 0622, means it's concatenating this 2018 and this year and month, we are concatenating and we are getting it into the date. This is what we are doing here. Okay, let me stop the recording. Which we have recorded, we have done 2 tables, the join between the 2 tables, database table with 2 tables. We'll be doing the 3 tables one a bit quickly, because we already know the process. So all that we have to understand is the same process with the 3 tables now. So let's go ahead and do it now. So I'm taking VBAK table. A VBAK table is for sales order header data. Then we have VBAP table. This is a sales order item data table, VBAP. And then we have something called Mara table. So Mara will be sales order material data. So these are the 3 tables that we have. So we are going to go ahead with the join between the 3 tables, and we are going to create a view for this. So for that, we are going to go into SC11, VBAK. Okay, we already seen that. So DXC sales 3, because it's for 3 tables. So I'll go for ZDXC underscore sales 3. Create. I'm doing exactly the same as we have done previously, but only thing is we are taking the 3 tables sales data. And here we'll go for VPAK VBAP and Mara. VBAK VBLN equal to VBAP VBLN. VBAP MATNR Mara MATNR. These are the common fields that we have.
So for Mara, the field name is changed.
Yes, exactly. So for Mara, the common field between the VBAP and Mara is MATNR. So that's the common field actually. Based on this common fields, we're going to go for this view fields. And in the view fields, if you select the table fields, you'll get the list of all the table fields. So I'm selecting a couple of fields from VBAK table and a couple of fields from VBAP table. And a few more fields from Mara table. So once it's been done, activate it. So once it's been active, you can go ahead and use this in the program. So let's first see the output. So we are getting the records from all the three tables now. So we'll go ahead and create a program over this. So for this, we can use the select star same way as we have done previously. So we'll go ahead and create a program on this. Sales data 3. So this is the so we are giving select option. We can also give a parameter also for this. So we'll go ahead with the select star from this table into table it underscore say where VBLN in s underscore VBLN loop at it underscore SCL into W underscore SCL and loop right. So these are the fields that we have. So we have W underscore SCL hyphen VBLN. Okay, save. We can click on this pretty printer. Actually, pretty printer will actually correct it to various things. I'll explain you about the pretty printer about the pretty printer later. So we have all these fields. Okay, now we have this. Okay, activate all these fields, and we're doing it a bit quickly because we already have done it with two tables slowly. So these are the fields that we have. And on the other day I was discussing about how to get the heading for this also. So let us go ahead and quickly create a transaction code for this in SC93. So what I'll do is like we'll have this at DXC. So DXC3 create, and then we have sales data. We'll go for selection option. So next, program name, we need to give the program name here. So once it's been saved, you can go ahead and check that DXC3. So DXC3 is the transaction code now. So let's go ahead and create ZDXC3 DX3. So you'll get this value. So 1000 and 9,000. Execute, and we'll get this records here. So and as I was discussing on other day, variant. If you create it as a variant var1, so automatically it will be filled up. Like some values will be filled up. Variant1. Okay, just save it. And now it's been saved here. Now when you come back to this transaction code, if you just open the DXC3 and go for this variance, update this variant and execute this, automatically all those values will come. Now let's go ahead with the projection view. What exactly is a projection view and how it will be used is what we'll just discuss about the projection view. So projection view, what exactly is a projection view is what we'll discuss. Projection view is something which is a subset of an existing table. For example, let's say you have say Mara table and you have a lot of records in it. Okay, and you want only 4 or 5 fields or some 10 fields or something like that. So this 10 fields can be extracted from Mara table and we can create a subset of it. Like this is a small table. So we are creating a small table from a big table. So and the small table is all virtual table. Okay, so any view is a virtual table, right? So this is a virtual table which is a small table of the huge table which we have a lot of records. So we can create a projection view. Projection view has the same properties, like it cannot store the data and all these things, but in projection view you cannot add multiple tables. You can have only single table in projection view. That's the main thing here. Okay, so let's go ahead and create a projection view now. Okay, so let's create a projection view on a table which has huge number of records. So Mara has around 303 fields. Mara table has around 303 fields, but we want only 5-6 fields. Okay, so later I'll explain you why few fields are coming in black, few fields are coming in blue. Those things I'll explain you that. But right now we want to get only 10 fields, just 10 fields. So then what we'll do, we'll create a projection view on Mara. So we'll go for Z PR underscore Mara. Z projection view underscore Mara. So projection view, say next. material data. So here we have Mara. Table fields, we have MITNR, ERSDA, ERNAM, LAEDA, ANAM, and MTART, MATKL, PSTAT. Okay, so we have this. I don't think we have data for this. PSTAT. Okay, so we have a couple of records. Just say okay, and these are all the record. These are the fields that we are getting in the view. That's it. It's been created now. So we just selected it. So all that we have done is we don't have any multiple screens here. We just have a single screen in which we are giving the table name here itself. In the database view, we had two screens which we have used. So first we gave the join conditions, and then we gave the field names. But here we are giving the base table here itself, and then we are getting these things. So just activate it. That's it. So we'll go ahead with the display of data. So this is the data that we have. This is the data that we have. So this is the data that we have. So once we have this again, this projection view acts like a database table, and this database table can be used for this can be used as a database table. So this database table, we'll be creating another program on this. Okay, this is material data. So here we have to go for this tables. We can consider this projection view as a table. So ZDXC, DX, ZDX, sales 3. So we go for data, IT underscore sale types and a table of W underscore sale type ZXC, ZDX underscore sales 3. Now here we'll go for select options. S underscore MATNR for hyphen MATNR. We just as we discussed, we're just copying the properties. So the length and date type is what we'll copy. That's for that reason we are mentioning the for. Okay, so select star from this view into table IT underscore MAT. Sorry, I'll change this as MAT because this is material data, right? But I created there as a sale tree only a view, so I'll keep it like that only. Okay, where condition. So where MATNR in S underscore MATNR. Then we'll write the loop at IT underscore MAT into W underscore MAT and loop. So here we'll go for write statement MAT hyphen MATNR. No, I guess I should have taken ZPR underscore Mara, sorry. So let's change that into ZPR underscore Mara, and we'll take all these fields from here. MTERT. Okay. Fine. So I'll take this as ZPR underscore MA. So I need to change this as ZPR underscore MA, ZPR underscore Mara. Here also ZPR underscore Mara. Yeah, I think we are good with that. W underscore MAT hyphen.
Sir, in select of statements also sales traces.
15th line.
Yeah, I need to change this to ZPR underscore Mara. Right. So ZPR underscore Mara. So here we are creating a subset of a table. So for subset of a table, we are using projection view. Okay, let me take out this data because I think we have a lot of records, but not for this statement, not for that values. Okay, so we have this data in the material. So material data is what we have here. Okay, so we'll go ahead with this. This is a program on projection view, and we can also create a transaction code for this. Let's create a transaction code. So we'll copy this program name, go to SE30 SE93, and give this as dx4, create decode for material projection data. Oh, I think we have to. Okay, so here I just have to change that to the other option. Screen number 1000. Let's see if it works. Because I had to select the second option there. So let's see. ZDX4. Yeah, it's opening. So here we have this something like if you want to give some values, you can give it and execute it. So this is a ZDXE4 transaction code. Okay. Now let's go ahead with the other concept. Once you are clear with this, we'll go ahead with the inner join concept in the next session. Okay, so we'll be discussing about inner join with two tables, and we'll be using the inner join command in which we are going to dynamically join two tables first, and we'll create a report on that. We'll directly join the tables in the program, and then we'll write a program on it, and then we'll join three tables. So we'll go for it now. Let me access. Okay. Okay, so now here we'll go for this inner join with two tables. So for the inner join with two tables, we'll go ahead with the create sales inner join with two tables. So we are getting the data from two different tables. So let me write first tables VBAK. So then we'll write types begin of st underscore sale, end of st underscore sale, VBLN, type VBLN underscore VA, ERDAT, type ERDAT, ERNAM, type ERNAM, POSNR, type POSNR, MATNR, type MATNR. So these are the fields that we have here. Then we'll go for data, IT underscore SEL, type standard table of ST underscore SEL, W underscore SEL, type ST underscore SEL, select options S underscore VBLN for VBAK hyphen VBLN, select. Now we'll write VBAK tilde VBLN because we are joining the data from two tables. So we'll write it like this: VBAK tilde ERDAT, VBAK tilde ERNAM, and we have VBAP tilde POSNR, VBAP tilde MATNR into table it underscore SEL from VBAK inner join VBAP on VBAK tilt VBLN equal to VBAP tilt VBLN where VBLN in S underscore VBLN. So this is the inner join for two tables. Then we'll write the node loop at IT underscore SEL into WA underscore SEL and loop bright WA underscore SEL hyphen VBLN ERDAT ERNAM POSNR MATNR. That's it. So these are the fields that we have. Just check it. Yeah. Okay. Here we need to write in where condition we are write VBAK tilt VBLN 1000 execute. So you'll get this records here. That's it. So we have these things. Now this is about this data. Fine. Now we can build a transaction over it. So let's go to SC93 transaction and build a transaction, because the transaction is something which will give it to the end users. They will not know all these things. They will not know how to open SC38 and all. In fact, they will not have the access to open that. Go for selection screen. Sales to data. Save this. And once it's been done, we can go ahead and check this DX5. So ZDX5. So we can give some value here, 1000 and 10,000 and execute. So we'll get this data here. So this is with the two tables. Now we can build the same way for the three tables. So we have done a program with inner join with two tables, and then we will go with three tables. In three tables, what I'll do is, instead of going for the structure declaration in the program, we'll create the global structure. If we create a global structure, that structure can be used in multiple programs. So we'll build a global structure with three tables, with, fields from the three tables, and then we'll use the inner join for that. Let's do it now. So first and foremost is I'll build a structure with all the structure. We'll build the structure here, SC11. So I'll take a couple of fields from VBAK, couple of fields from VBAP, and couple of fields from Mara. Let me check a couple of fields from Mara. Let's see for what fields we have data. So material type, material group, business unit, changed by, created by. Okay. Material type is MTRT, and material group is MATKL. MTRT, MATKL, these two things will take. Okay, let's create. Set dx underscore sales 5, create. Now we'll have this, sorry, not a view. We're not creating a view, we have to create a structure. zst underscore sales file create. No, we have to select the structure here. We have to create it as a structure. Say OK. Sales data, and here we'll go for VBLN. Type VBLN underscore VA ERDAT. Type ERDAT. ERNAM. Type ERNAM. USNR. Type USNR. MATNR. Type MATNR. MTRT. Type MTRT. This MTAT and MATKL are from Mara table. Type MATKL. Save it. Activate. Okay, so this is the structure that we have created. ZST underscore sales 5 is the structure. We'll use this structure in our program now. So we are creating a program with 3 tables. So inner join with 3 tables. So inner join with 3 tables. Now we'll go ahead with data it underscore sal type standard table of ZST sales 5 w underscore sal type ZST underscore sal select options s underscore sal for w underscore sel hyphen vbln. Select all the field names have to be copied now. These are the fields. So we have to write this as vbak tilt vbln, vbak tilt ernam, erdat, vbak tilt ernam, vbak tilt pusnr, vbak tilt matnr, vbak tilt mtrt, vbak tilt matkl from into table. Sorry, this is from pusnr we have to read it as vbap. MATN are also VBAP. Here we are writing this as Mara because we are getting it from Mara table actually. Last two we are getting from Mara table. So the first 3 we are taking from VBAK, next 2 VBAP, and next we are taking from Mara table. Into table IT underscore sale where from VBAK inner join VBAP on VBAK tilt VBLN equal to VBAP tilt VBLN where VBAK tilt VBLN in S underscore VBLN. This is what we have. And we have tried the join for the second table also. Second and third table join also we have to do it. So now we have tried here inner join. Instead of inner join, we can just write join also. Even if you write just join, it will take it as inner join only in SAP ABAP. VBAP tilt VBLN equal to Mara tilt MATNR. Sorry, VBAP tilt MATNR equal to Mara tilde VBLN MATNR. So this is what we have. Syntax check. Here it should be S underscore VBLN. Okay, now this is done. So we'll write the loop statement now. Loop at IT underscore SEL into W underscore SEL and loop write W underscore SEL hyphen VBLN. So so we do have this data. We're getting this data here. So this is what we have here. Now we can build the transaction code over this, and we can get the data from there. So what we'll do is we'll also build the text for this. So we can build the text over it. So what we can write is we can write for heading. What I mean to say text in the sense we will write the heading here. Text hyphen 001 2 3 5 6. So if you want to get it exactly above this, we just need to see the properties of VBLN, and we need to give the length of this text at the same level. So what we'll do is we'll go for this. The length is 10, sales document number. So if you want to get this same, we'll give the length as maximum length as 10, and we'll give here sales document number, sales docu. Okay, then we'll go back, save, yes, text to 002. That's for the second screen, second field. So what's the second field for ERD80? What's the length? 8. So what would be the length, maximum length here? 8. Created on back. Okay, then the third one is ERNM created by. So I'll write here created by, and the maximum length is 12. Back, and 4. What is 4? We have fourth is POS, another item number of the SD document. SD doc number. So SD doc number is 6 6 bank. Then we have 5. Fifth one is the material number. Material number is 40. So we can write material number, maximum length is 40. So if you maintain this text here and maintain the length here, exactly what happens is, let me show you the output. The output will be exactly like that. So if you see the output, here you will be getting the headings like this. And only thing is, in created on, the maximum length is 10 actually. So in the output it is coming as 10 because dots are also coming. So I need to move this created by here exactly above this, and then automatically everything else will be in line. So that's what I have it out. So that's the reason I stopped it. So created on, I'll make this length as 10. Okay, created on. So the maximum length we'll make it as 10. Okay, then the headings will come exactly the above it. So you'll get it exactly above it. And we can also put a line here. You can say sy-u line. Not sy, just u line, that's it. So you'll get this data. So we have to just draw the lines and all, boxes, lines and all. We'll do that. Okay, this is done. We have covered, and so the projects we have covered till now is SAP ABAP projects. The first project would be a report program, update data, employee data, and display in a report program. Display. Okay, employee data and display output. Now let me tell you, this is the first program. So in first program, what are we doing? We are updating the data into the work area, and then we are updating the data into work area, and then we are updating into the internal table using append statement, and then we are doing it. So we are also using operations of insert, modify, delete, read, all these options. You can consider that as a project in which we are inserting, modifying, deleting, and sorting, and all these things. Okay, and the second one will be creation of db table without domain and data element. Okay, creation of db table without domain and data element. Then third would be creation of db table with domain and data element. Then creation of report program to display customer data from customer standard table, that is KNA1. So we have used that KNA1, and we have also used the select options and all these things in that. And then we have creation of view with creation of DB table, database view with two standard tables, standard sales tables actually. And then the same thing, creation of DB table with three tables. And before the three tables we have a report program to display data through view. Okay, through view. Then we have report program to display three standard tables data using a global view. And then we have report program to get sales data into our program output using inner join. Okay, two sales table, two standard tables of sales data in the engine. And the 10th one will be would be get three standard tables. Now in this it's not just a flat program we are doing, we are adding some functionality to it. So some of the other functionality we are using. For example, we are using concatenate, we are using the SY datum, we are using the option of standard structures, and we'll be also using table types in the coming projects. And we have used we have understood how to create a transaction code, and in adding the transaction code to this program. And we are also understanding about the select options conditions. And yeah, so these are all the various things. And we also discuss about the text, how to maintain the text for heading, getting the heading. So these are all the things that we are doing in the project. So in each and every project, instead of telling the simple project, I'll keep on adding some functionalities to it so that we can understand those things also. So in the previous projects, I have just explained you how to maintain the selection screen text. So for example, like we have this, when you execute, you get this s underscore vpl, and s underscore vpl means end users will not be able to understand. So what we have to do, we have to go for text elements, and then we have to go for selection text. In the selection text, since we have already maintained the data element level, we already maintained some values now, short text, medium text, long text. That will come here if you select this dictionary reference and just activate it. Automatically those values will be populated. Sales document, this is the text which is maintained at the data element level. So now once you activate it, the sales document will come here. And we also understood about the variant concept. We have and we also understood how to, I mean, like not in depth, but I have also showed you the debugging, how to do the debugging and all. So those things are all small parts of this. So every project which we start, I'll make sure that I add something else into it. So database tables, we can create one more database table with value tables, check tables, foreign key relations, and reference fee, reference tables, and all these things. So we have a couple of topics with which I will be covering when we are creating one more table. So these are the projects, but there are some 20 to 30 that is 20 to 30 topics which we cannot consider as a project. like we have to, so there are 20 to 30 concepts that we have covered, like how to create a program, how to create a package, how to create a database table. So how to create a database table, and anyways it is considered as a package project. So domain and data element we cannot consider. Domain, how to create a domain, how to create a data element cannot be considered as a project. They are considered as topics. So in that way we have we have covered around 20 to 30 topics, more than 30 actually, more than 30 topics we have covered in that way. But project wise, if you see, these are the projects that we have covered. Okay,
Okay, sir.
so we'll go ahead with the search help. Search help, basically why is it useful is what I'll explain you. So we'll go ahead with some table which we have created, zjh1 underscore emp. So here we are clicking this button, right? If this is F4 help, you are getting this drop down, right? So this drop down is called F4 help. Now we have to maintain it. Let's say we have a field called, we have some table. Okay, data elements are not maintained in this. Let's say go for another one. Okay, so let's say we have this table in which we have employee number underscore t. Oh, search help. Okay, search help is not maintained. Fine. So we need to maintain the search help for this. Let's say if you select this, now you will not have employee number. Okay, drop down is coming there. If the drop down does not come, for that we have to maintain the drop down actually. I think I've already maintained it somewhere. I'm looking for some table in which we don't have the drop down, which we need to maintain actually. Yeah, here we don't have the drop down. So the F4 help is not maintained here. So what are we doing is right now, let's maintain the drop down for that so that we can get the possible values here. Okay, only two values are there. So we'll get the list of all the possible values here in the drop down. Okay. So this is what we want for employee number. So that drop down can be done through search help. So we need to maintain the search help for that. Okay, so I'll explain you once again. So here when I click on this, the drop down is coming, right? This is a drop down which we are getting with the list of all the possibilities that we have to enter there. That list of possibilities that we have to enter there will is what something which we have to get it now. So we'll do that now. These are the values that we have. Ch underscore emp. Now, if you have to maintain the search help for that particular field, remember the field name is this one, jh underscore empnvo. That's the data element name. So what we have to do is first we have to select the search help and then go for z, say jh underscore emp, create elementary search help, say next. employee data. Now here selection method, you need to give the table from which we have to get the drop down. See, the list of all the values should come from some table. So which table you want to get it from? The same table which we have here. That's so zjh underscore emp sal. So zjh underscore emp sal. That's the selection method that we have. No, this is a selection define attributes. We'll go to the attributes. Research. Here we have this field names. So in this we have to give the field names. So I'm giving this employee number, time, and if you want any more values also we can get it, but here we want only two things in the drop down. So we have import and export. So import means what we give to the system, export is what we get in the output in the drop down. So we have to get the drop down, right? So 1 2, these are the positions. I'm just giving it randomly. So the different positions that we have, just activate this. So once it's been done, so we have successfully implemented the elementary search help. So ch underscore emp is the search help name, and then we have to go ahead with the data types. Okay, so data types in the sense we have to go for that particular data element. So the data element here is ch underscore emp, in which we have to go ahead with further characteristics. In the further characteristics, we need to give that search help name, and here we need to give the parameters the same field for which we are maintaining it. So that is employee number, and activate this data element. So step 1 is to maintain the search help. Step 2 is to assign the search help at the data element level. Then if you see that now, you will get the drop down here. Import, export, okay. Employee number, time, yeah, fine. Search help, we have got this here. I think we got it for time. Why is it so? Somewhere I have entered that into time. Okay, in the import and export parameters, I have done something like in import and export parameters. I think there is something which I have done. import and export. Actually, they are coming for time. I didn't maintain this here.